Now time for the 7 things you'll be talking about today. Number 7.
Well, we have another terror attack in the United States. This is after one in Europe as well over the weekend, and about a week or so after a terror attack in Washington, D.C., where a pro-Palestinian gunman killed 2 individuals. This one was a firebombing in Boulder, Colorado. The man had apparently a homemade flamethrower and Molotov cocktails. You'll hear that they were like, he attacked some anti-Hamas protest. That's not what it was. It's a run for their lives event where they are walking or running for Israeli hostages. This wasn't even an anti-Hamas event. But the guy yelled, "End Zionist," before launching his Molotov cocktails and his attacks, which harmed women and children. This guy's going away for a long time. He's an illegal immigrant. He's from Egypt. He overstayed his visa. And he shouldn't have been here, and he was, and look what he did.
Number 6.
All right, I'm going to get every part of this wrong, but I'm going to try my best anyway. A G4 geomagnetic storm could make the northern lights visible in Alabama last night and tonight. So if you want to see it, it's a rare event tied to solar flares. Someone sent me a text about how we could all be turned into skeletons or something, but I don't think that was real. But either way, it looks like this could be a rare evening of, I don't know how to say this, fire in the sky. Let's put it that way. Fire in the sky! It sounds scary. But anyway, solar flares, you could see those. Our friends over there at 1819 News, they referred to it as the Aurora Bama. Okay, I don't know if that's a thing. Aurora Bora Bama, I guess is the exact way they're framing it. But yeah, okay, fine. Look into the sky at some time, and you will see some neat stuff. It's a geomagnetic storm. So good luck. Go check it out.
Number 5.
Ukraine had a storm of their own. This was a storm on Russian airplanes. Apparently, they took out 40 aircraft with a tricky drone strike plan that involved trucks driving containers into Russian military bases, the tops coming off, and drones popping out and blowing up multi-million-dollar airplanes. Some have put the loss on the loss of aircrafts at about $7 billion for Russia. That's a huge win for Ukraine. These guys really sound like they're just speeding towards peace, don't they? Okay. Russia, by the way, has put itself on its nuclear footing, so that's great. Donald Trump has said he did not know about this ahead of time and warned of rising global tensions. It doesn't really like either of these guys actually want peace. And I don't think we're too far away from Donald Trump just walking away from the whole thing.
Number 4.
I didn't think this was a thing, but I've been told by people connected to this story that this is, in fact, a thing. U.S. Representative Tim Burchett of Tennessee, you've seen him on CNN a lot. He's a very good guest on CNN. He has now endorsed Auburn coach Bruce Pearl for Alabama's 2026 United States Senate race. Now, who cares what some representative from Tennessee says? That's not really the point here. The point here is Bruce Pearl, the head coach at Auburn's basketball team, has made himself a pretty well-known national figure and Alabama figure. His outspoken support of Donald Trump and of Israel have made him the bravest man in sports today. Is that enough to make him a GOP frontrunner? Yes, I think it is. If he gets in, I think he'll win. Now, the ALGOP will have to kind of put a waiver out because he supported Shamari Figures, but I think they'll do that too.
Number 3.
A media misinformation campaign is underway on a couple of different fronts. We all know about the big, beautiful bill. People will die! But it's firing on all cylinders this weekend as they claim United States Senator Joni Ernst of Iowa glibly said everyone's going to die. But, of course, they leave out that that's not exactly what happened. Okay, let's make that clear. And they also have decided to ignore Cory Booker's Nazi salute. Now, I don't think any of us actually thought they believed that Elon Musk was making a Nazi salute, but now they're telling us they didn't actually believe it because Cory Booker did the exact same thing for the exact same reason. A crowd was going wild for him. He touched his heart, and he threw it out to the crowd. And yes, it looked like a Nazi salute if you're a dumbass and don't understand context or anything else. So, of course, our friends in the media, no, this is different, you see, because reasons.
Number 2.
President Donald Trump withdrew the nomination of billionaire Jared Isaacman to lead NASA. Now, this individual has Alabama ties, and he is not going to be leading NASA at this point. And I'm going to say something here that is being repeated, but this is not my terminology, but it is being said. Ready? NASA is F. That is the whole argument here. The NASA is F. They want his name withdrawn. It has been withdrawn, and now they're looking for someone else to lead the agency. And the people inside NASA not too happy. I talked to someone who works at NASA, said they really thought this guy would be a really, really, really good voice for both NASA and Marshall Space Flight Center. They're very sad to see this go. I think there's a lot of reasons why this happened, but this is a big deal.
Now, time for the number 1 thing you'll be talking about today.
Over the weekend in political circles, there was one thing being talked about with our good friend Tommy Tuberville. The governor-elect, coach, United States Senator Tommy Tuberville. Well, apparently our conversation about the lottery has kind of irked a lot of people because they view it as my way of trying to poison the lottery. It is. That's exactly what I'm trying to do. So yes, that's exactly right. You guys got it. I am trying to kill the lottery before the conversation even starts. And the conversation I had with Tommy Tuberville was the first step in that process, laying out to him that the people who get rich from the lottery aren't the states. It's the individuals that administrate the lottery. And Tommy Tuberville said, well, we're not going to let them get rich. We're just going to throw a monkey wrench in this whole thing, which is exactly correct. The lottery is a bad deal for the state. I'm sorry. I know you guys don't believe that. It's a bad deal for the state. If you want me to go into more detail, I'm more than happy to do so. But yes, I am trying to undo support for the lottery. Now, I'm not going to say that I have a pretty successful record of undoing things, but I do have a pretty successful record of undoing things like vaccine mandates and things of that nature. And I'm taking this on as a personal project, just so you guys know. Also, in that interview, Battleship, Tommy Tuberville says he's going to be a battleship. He's going to be out there blasting away, and I believe it. I believe it. Also, uncovered in some of these news stories about all of this, nobody mentioned the talk radio pool party. Nobody mentioned that. I'm a little upset by that. A little upset that nobody mentioned the talk radio pool party. Although someone on Tuberville's team did mention to me that T-shirts have to stay on at the talk radio pool party. They did say that. But I was like, guys, I'm wearing a Speedo with the talk radio logo right in the middle, the WVNN logo. The only problem I'm going to have is if I can find a logo that's not going to look bitmapped if I put it on the front. Yeah, it's going to be hard because it's going to have to be very large. The logo have to be large on the Speedo. It would have to be big. Does everyone understand what I'm getting at? Okay,
good Lord. Yes, Dale.
Okay, just want to make sure everyone understands. Let's take a quick time out. There's a lot to get into today, and it will be a little more subtle the rest of the way through the program. Keep your radio locked right here. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm Dale Jackson. That's Emily Hayes. And this is WVNN, and we'll be right back.
Get WVNN's Dale Jackson's 7 Things You Should Be Talking About Today right in your email box every morning. Go to yellowhammernews.com and sign up today.